every cell in the body takes oxygen from the blood and deposits carbon dioxide as waste into the bloodstream. When you inhale, air flows into the lungs to fill tiny air sacs. Blood circulates around these air sacs through small blood vessels. The point where the blood vessels and the air sacs meet is also where the oxygen moves into the bloodstream and carbon dioxide passes out of the blood to be exhaled. The lungs allow for the exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide, which is essential for the body to function. At the end of this video, I will also discuss 6 easy and effective exercises to strengthen lungs and increase their capacity. By the way, your lung capacity is the total amount of air that your lungs can hold. First, we need to know the factors affecting lung health. 1. Age. Your lungs finish development by age 25 and their function remains stable for about 10 years. After that, they begin to gradually decline. By age 65, you have typically lost up to a liter of lung capacity compared with when you were younger. Second, smoking. Then pollution, bad posture, certain health conditions such as asthma and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease (COPD). However, even if you don't have these issues, you should still take steps to preserve your lung health and maybe even slow its natural decline. Here are some strategies that may help. First, stop smoking and avoid second-hand smoke. Cigarettes are the leading cause of lung cancer and COPD. Second, improve indoor air quality. Use tools like indoor air filters and reduce pollutant like artificial fragrances, mold and dust. Watch your posture. Since the lungs are soft structures, they only take up the room that you make for them. A simple technique is leaning back slightly in a stable chair, lifting the chest and opening the front of your body as you breathe deeply. Fourth, eat more fruit rich in antioxidants. A 2017 study published in European Respiratory Journal found that a higher intake of antioxidant and flavonoid-rich fruits like banana, apple, tomato, about 4 servings of fruit per day was associated with the slower decline in lung function, especially among ex-smokers. Fifth, stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water. There is a thin lining of mucus inside your lungs. Staying well hydrated by taking in fluid throughout the day helps keep the mucosal lining in the lungs thin. This thinner lining helps the lung function better. 6. Exercise more frequently for strong lungs. Not only lung or breathing exercise. When you are physically active, your heart and lungs work harder to supply the additional oxygen your muscles demand. As your physical fitness improves, your body becomes more efficient at getting oxygen into the bloodstream and transporting it to the working muscles. Some types of exercise can also strengthen the muscles of the neck and chest, including the diaphragm and the muscles between the ribs that work together to power inhaling and exhaling. We will see some of the exercises and how and why they are helpful. First, cardio and aerobic exercise. Aerobic exercises as easy as brisk walking or bike riding play an important role in increasing lung capacity by targeting large muscle groups at rhythmic pace. The basic fact here is that when a person gets tired while doing exercise, his lungs have to work harder. This increases their efficiency. A study sponsored by Canadian Longitudinal Study on Aging demonstrated the benefit of replacing just 30 minutes of sedentary time per day with energetic or strength-building activities. They studied people with poor respiratory function due to conditions like asthma and COPD. Results showed noticeable increase in lung capacity. Second, do core and upper body training. Regular weight training can increase bone strength, and exercises like chest presses, deadlifts can strengthen the chest, shoulders and back muscle. This can help you maintain a breathing friendly posture and take full breaths. Third, laughing and singing. Any activity that works on stomach muscles also targets the lungs. Much like sports, jogging or breathing exercises, a good laugh not only increases the capacity of your lungs, but stale air comes out of the lung so that more fresh air can enter. Similarly, singing works on muscle of the diaphragm, which can also help increase lung capacity. Now some breathing exercises. First, diaphragmatic or belly breathing. Healthy breathing uses the diaphragm, which is a dome-shaped sheath of muscle that sits between the chest and abdomen. The abdomen rises and falls with each breath. While diaphragm is supposed to be the primary breathing muscles, many people unknowingly develop a habit of using muscles in the neck, shoulder and back, which greatly limits the amount of air that enters and leaves the lungs. A 2016 research study published in Journal of Physical Therapy Science showed marked improvement in lung capacity for the group that practiced diaphragmatic breathing. In effect, diaphragmatic breathing strengthens the diaphragm muscle and in turn helps the lungs work more efficiently. Second, pursed lip breathing. Chronic conditions such as bronchitis and asthma often result from inflamed airways that prevent air from circulating through the lungs. When this happens, stale air becomes trapped inside, making it difficult for the lungs to absorb new or fresh air and hence oxygen. Pursed lip breathing forces the airways to stay open longer when you exhale so that stale air can be expelled and more fresh air can be absorbed. The exercise involves inhaling slowly through the nose and exhaling through pursed lip. The goal is to take twice as long breathing out as breathing in. So if you inhale for 5 seconds, you will want to exhale for 10 seconds. Pursed lip breathing tries to slow your breaths and belly breathing aims to deepen them both in and out. Third and last, rib stretch. Rib stretch helps your lungs take in as much air as possible. This lung exercise requires you to be in a standing, upright position with your hands on your hips. Slowly inhale air until your lungs fill to capacity. Hold your breath for 20 seconds or for however long is comfortable and then exhale slowly. Relax and then repeat 3 more times. When done on a regular basis, rib stretches help you take more air into your lungs and exhale fully so stale air doesn't build up in the lungs. Before starting, seek professional opinion, especially if you have pre-existing condition. Do subscribe to get notification of upcoming videos. Comment if any suggestion or question. Thanks for watching.